So recently I decided to rewatch every single one of the Star Wars movies, and then I decided, hey, why don't I rank them? I have a YouTube channel that I haven't used in a while, so why don't I just use it? I don't know. But this is going to be a ranking of all the live action Star Wars movies because I did not want to sit through the Clone Wars movies. So it's only going to be 11 movies and not 12. So yeah, but let's just jump into it. Oh, Rise of Skywalker, one of the messiest, most infuriating movies of all time. Some of the stuff is cool, like the ruins of the Death Star, but it's just non-stop action. They never give you a chance to breathe and like have the characters grow. Like, they hype up C-3PO's death, even though he doesn't die, which I honestly would have preferred since it's the last entry, but they completely threw away that idea. And they also completely threw away Rose as a character because neckbeards on the internet didn't like her. Well, I liked her and I wanted to see her improve. She was a mad character in Last Jedi and I would have liked to see her grow more likable like Ahsoka did. But no, it's so annoying. They gave Rey random healing powers, and my least favorite thing they did was backtrack on the fact that Rey's parents were nobodies. That was a really cool idea, but Rise of Skywalker just completely destroys that. All because they wanted to bring back a villain that had no reason to be there. And he's just stupid, okay? He dies at the end, but like, if you brought him back, then I don't feel any stakes anymore, because you could just bring him back in the next entry, if you really wanted to. This is one of my least favorite movies of all time, because it's so bad, and it almost destroyed a series that I have a lot of fondness for. And I genuinely hope I never have to watch it ever again.
I don't like sand.
I'm generally a prequel supporter, which means I like Revenge of the Sith. But yeah, this one is absolute garbage. Hayden Christensen is easily at his worst in this movie. His lines are so poorly delivered that it genuinely brings the entire movie down for me. The only reason I put this above Rise of Skywalker is because it actually feels coherent, and I kinda like the final act. But again, it's just Anakin, man. I hate his stupid sand rant, and nothing else outside of the final act really grabs me. And even then, they kill Jango for no reason, because Mace Windu is honestly an awful character. I don't like revisiting this movie. It's slow in the first two acts, and has cringe-worthy dialogue. No thank you. Yippee! This one is the one I just couldn't sit through. Once Jar Jar appeared on the screen, I was just, no, I can't do this. I think this is slightly better than Attack of the Clones, but not by much, since this annoying character is even more annoying than Jar Jar, and by like what I remember from watching it a while back, like the scenes that aren't like action scenes are very boring, just like the ones in Attack of the Clones, but I feel that Phantom Menace is a bit better because the action scenes are really good in this one, which outdoes Attack of the Clones' one good scene with Count Dooku. But yeah, I really like the pod racing scene, and the Darth Maul fight is spectacular. So yeah, it's alright until Jar Jar is there, and then it turns to like a 3 out of 10 movie. So I'm sorry, Phantom Menace. You'd be okay without Jar Jar, but you have Jar Jar in it because George Lucas is dumb. So, yeah, 3 out of 10.
Never tell me the odds.
Those were the 3 movies that I consider bad. And now we have the 2 5 out of 10 movies, the ones that I consider okay. Starting with Solo. Like, it's okay, it gives a reason to why Rey can pilot the Millennium Falcon, but other than that, I just don't really see a reason for it to exist. But it's fun enough, it's charming enough, its characters aren't unlikable, it's just a 5 out of 10 movie. Nothing really memorable, I don't think about it, like, at all. It's probably the most forgettable Star Wars movie, but I don't hate it, but I don't love it either. This one is also a 5 out of 10 movie. Its characters are decently enjoyable. I like how it shows the First Order as an actual threat, which is something The Last Jedi can't say. Rey is mysterious but likable, but it just treads over so much of the first movie that it's kinda hard for me to enjoy it to its fullest extent. But it's not a movie I hate watching, and Han Solo's death is one of my favorite scenes in any Star Wars movie. And overall, it's alright. Nothing I'm jumping out of my seat to watch, but I won't necessarily complain if someone else wants to watch it.
It's a trap!
Now we're at the movies that I actually like. Took 5 movies to get here, but oh well. Return of the Jedi is a very flawed movie. The Ewok stuff is terrible, and it takes up a massive chunk of the film, but I'm conflicted because once we move away from that stuff, we have an amazing movie on our hands with one of my favorite fight scenes in cinema history. But I can't put it higher than 6 with a good conscience, because while half the movie that's good is fantastic, the other half is on the same level as Phantom Menace. So I think number 6 is the best choice I can make.
I'm one with the Force is with me.
Rogue One is similarly very flawed, but honestly, I don't really care. Yes, it has forgettable characters, some pointless scenes, but I think it was bold of them to make this film in the first place, and it's honestly really fun. I have a great time whenever I watch this movie, and I always have that fantastic Darth Vader scene to look forward to. My only real issue is that since Peter Cushing died, they CGI'd Tarkin into the movie, which feels really disrespectful to me. It's honestly the only flaw I can't look past, because that's just, I don't know. It's awful in my opinion. And I'm sorry, but I can't support that.
Very bad feeling about this.
A New Hope is a good movie. It's honestly not much more than that for me. I don't really feel passionate about this film like I do with the next 3. It's just a really good film with some great characters, emotional beats, and my favorite scene in any Star Wars movie with Luke looking out at the sunset at the end of the movie. But yeah, it's a great film, but I care about the next 3 a lot more than this one.
I am the Senate.
Yippee! Another flawed movie that I really like. Yes, Hayden Christensen is a bad actor, but honestly, I really like his facial expressions, and I think he's a pretty good physical actor, but yeah, his line delivery could use some work. The movie is also very silly, with some iconic lines being spoken, like, "I have the high ground, hello, do it," and "I am the Senate," etc. But I kinda like it. Palpatine is so goofy in this movie, with his cackling and all his flipping around. It's so funny. Well, honestly, I really like the emotional beats in this movie. The Anakin vs. Obi-Wan scene is one of my personal favorites, and the score goes so hard in this movie, heightening literally every scene. I love the concept of Order 66, and when it takes itself seriously, I honestly get pretty invested. It's a campy movie for sure, but I almost am never bored or mad, which I can't say about the other prequels. The film is honestly really well paced, which I don't see a lot of people compliment it for. I like this movie quite a bit, overall. I cannot believe I ranked this one so high. But yeah, I'm kinda in love with The Last Jedi. Isn't the second best objectively? God no, it's full of problems like the bad guys not being taken seriously, and Finn's death being cut short, contradicting both Luke and Holdo's sacrifices. And yeah, the casino scene isn't good, and Holdo isn't a very good character, and Leia saying herself is a really bad scene. Yes, I get it. It's not perfect. And it's really not all that good. But God, I adore what they did right in this movie. I love Luke here. I think he was handled really well. The throne room battle is amazingly epic. Snoke's death is so funny that I kinda love it, just like Palpatine in Revenge of the Sith. I love how they make Rey an interesting character, but making it so that she's not the chosen one, she's a nobody. But showing that heroes can come from anywhere. I really like Rose up until that one scene. And the final battle, oh my God. Luke showing up as a hologram is just such a cool idea, and him sacrificing himself is handled really well. I love how bad Kylo Ren gets while firing him. And then the lightsaber fight is really good, even though Luke is a hologram. The lightspeed scene is beautiful, bringing Star Wars tradition and giving us a truly ethereal moment. And the entire film is like that. It's just so well framed with gorgeous shots, especially the cave scene with Rey. I just love this movie. With the stuff it does poorly, it really falters, but with the stuff it does good, in my opinion, it doesn't just succeed, it soars. Objectively, it's like a 6 out of 10, but it's a 9 out of 10 in my heart.
I am the Father.
I mean, what other movie could it be? Empire Strikes Back is unanimously agreed upon to be the best in the series, and I have to agree. While I think The Last Jedi has higher highs, Empire Strikes Back is consistently really, really good. The I am your father scene is amazing, giving Luke the time he needs to react and have it truly set in, and the entire movie is like that. It just is really character based, and I love it. And all the characters are really enjoyable, some of my favorite casts in any movie. It's one of the best sequels of all time, and I don't know, what else can I really say? There's so many people who have covered this movie in depth, and I don't know, I don't really have much to add on, so go watch them, I guess, but I don't know. Thank you for watching my stupid video. If you're really mad that I put Last Jedi in number 2, you can complain about it in the comments. And don't forget to leave a like, subscribe, hit the bell, you know, the normal YouTube stuff. But, yeah, I will see you guys next time. Take care.